Hello everyone, welcome to Joyful Creations. This is Jayashri this side. Today I am sharing with you another way of coloring on a white gesso base using spray paints as well as powder pigments. But before we get started, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. I am using the two tags, one with chipboard elements and the other with clay molds. I have pre-primed them both with white gesso. I am using Old Metal Rust and Time Traveler Steel powder pigments for one tag and spray paints in the colors Deep Teal Blue and Chestnut on the other tag. I am starting by spraying some water on the base first and then going in with the darker shade first, which is Old Metal Rust from IMX Expressions Craft. I have simply sprinkled some powder on the wet area and added some more water to move the color around. You can keep on adjusting the quantity of both water and powder pigment to achieve the right shade of the color. And as always, do not forget to dry before moving on to the next color, or else everything will mix up and make a mud. If you want to learn more about the colors, do watch the part 2 of this series, which has detailed information about all the types of colors you can use. I have linked the video in the top right corner for you to watch. Now my plan is to make tags showing patina rust effect using two different color mediums on two tags. So for the next color I am using the Time Traveler Steel from Lindy's. Now this time I am not covering everything with the steel color. I am just sprinkling the powder in some places and then repeating the process of adding water and moving the color around. A quick tip here, if you by any chance sprinkle too much powder, then you can immediately dust it off on your mat or water it down and then pick up the excess color with dry tissue. Here the first layer of paints to achieve patina effect with pigment powders is done. Now moving on to the second tag, I am using spray paints on this one. You can either directly spray the color or do as I am here. I am dipping a paintbrush in the paint bottle and adding the color on the edges of the composition and on the inner areas of the embellishments. I am spraying water simultaneously on the color to dilute it and also to move it around. As you can see, I have placed the tissue paper under the tag, that is to gather the water drips if any and not let my tag soak in water, which may become very time consuming to dry later. Now I am moving on to the teal color and repeating the same process of coloring. But with this color I am only painting some parts of the embellishments. I don't wish to cover it all in blue, I want to see the white of the background as well. And here it is done. Now after drying the two tags, I am adding some yellow color tones on them as well. For the powder pigment I am using Yodeling Yellow from Lindy's. Now since I don't want the yellow too much, I am taking some powder out on my mat, adding water to it and then applying it with a brush in some areas. Be sure that your tags are absolutely dry before going in with the lightest color, which here is yellow. Next, for the spray paint I am using Citrus Yellow from IMX. I am repeating the same process with this one. If you wish to see how I did the composition of these tags, then check out the video Ways to Embellishment in the Mixed Media 101 series. I have linked it in the top right corner for you. Dark highlights around the composition, I am using Chimney Smoke spray paint and a 0 number brush. Please make sure you're not adding too much of this black color, or else you will end up with nothing but a black colored tag. If you are not sure, you can skip this step too. I like to add this to maintain the 3D look of the embellishments. Once done, I am using white gesso and dry brushing it on areas I think has too much color. Again, you can skip this step too if you are satisfied with the colors you have achieved. I have given link to all these colors in the description box below so you can check them out. Also, if you are enjoying watching this tutorial and the whole Mixed Media 101 series, then do give this video a thumbs up and share the series with your fellow crafters. Here our two tags are ready. Moving on to the third and the last tag, I am using the one with fussy cut embellishments. I have pre-primed this tag along with fussy cutout elements with clear gesso. There are again many ways to color this one, but I have chosen the powder pigments. I am using Papa Pink and Yodeling Yellow from Lindy's. I am repeating the same process as I did in the first tag. The other way of coloring this tag is to color the tag first before going in with the embellishments of the fussy cutout elements. If you wish to learn how to color using metallic paints and chalk paints, or how to color on black gessoed base, then check my previous video. I have linked it in the top right corner for you. I have also announced a giveaway on my Facebook page, so don't forget to participate in it. The link to my Facebook page is given in the description box below. Now here I have too much yellow in the top area of my tag. So first I am trying to dab it off with a tissue paper and then dry brushed some white gesso to make it much more lighter. And here our tags are all done. I really hope you liked this video and are enjoying the whole Mixed Media 101 series. Please do subscribe to the channel before you go and give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned for the next video in this series in the coming next week. Until next time, stay home, stay safe and keep crafting. Bye bye.